Hey there, teachers. Today we're going to do a video on how to put your Bitmoji Classroom or dashboard into Schoology. There's lots of ways I've seen people do this, but this is the way I've kind of researched and liked the best because it's large. It's the first thing kids see. You don't have to click anything else. You can easily adjust it in Google Slides too. You change it in Google Slides and those changes are made in Schoology. Why would we even do a Bitmoji Classroom or dashboard? It's more engaging for the students. It's picture friendly. And then you can link things in both in and out of Schoology. At the end of this today, I'm going to give you these steps at a glance because this is a little bit tricky, but we'll come back to that later. Remember, you can always pause to see exactly how I'm doing because it's going to get a little odd here in a second. We're going to talk about HTML code and all kinds of crazy stuff. So here's my Instructional Technology Corner dashboard I have in your Instructional Technology Corner course. All these buttons are live here, and I can click either to locations in Schoology or locations out of Schoology. I made this in Google Slides, I embedded it into Schoology, and I made an announcement, so it's the first thing you see at the top of my course. So let's make one of these today. So I'm going to go into my sample course here, and what we're essentially going to do is we are going to come in here and we're going to import embed our Google slide. Now I will tell you this will not work the first time. The first time you come in here and click resources and click a resource, we'll just pick a Google slide here. Import, you will not see import embed. Don't ask me why, but you won't see it. Here's how you get that. It's odd, but it works. Come into materials of your course. Act like you're going to add a new material. So we're going to click add materials. We're not actually going to follow through and go through with this though. We're going to act like it's going to be a page, and we are going to come up here and use Google Drive Resource App. When we do that, we're going to select a resource. We're going to click import and you'll see import embed. Once you've done this here, you don't even have to save anything. You simply close this out, exit this out, and you will see that option in here as updates. Now mine, I'm sorry, was already there because I've done this before, but yours you will not see import embed the first time. So now that you've done that little fake out, you've acted like you're going to add it as a page, we click resources here. We're going to select the Google slide that we're going to embed, and then click import embed. And it's going to bring it right in here to this update. Now, the first thing I like to do is I like to backspace and get rid of that white space there. I'm not going to post yet. I've got some work to do on this still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the slide itself, the slide that I'm actually using here. And here's my slide. And I'm going to File and Publish to the web. So we're going to put this on the web so it gives us an embed code. We're going to choose Embed. I don't really want mine to autoplay at all, so I just put every minute, and I'm not actually going to start the slideshow. And you'll notice we're going to copy this embed code right here. An embed code always starts with this arrow and iframe. This is an embed code. This is how we embed or put something into our website rather than linking out somewhere else. Come back to Schoology because I'm going to put this into Schoology. I'm going to take the slide that I already have here that's kind of small and has this play bar down here. I'm going to right click it and choose inspect. It's going to bring up a scary screen for some of you. This is going to show us HTML code of this page and you're like, oh my gosh, that's another language. I don't know what to do with that. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Now that we have this HTML page over here, I'm going to click this button up here that says select an element in the page. And we're going to come back over here to our little guy and select out here in this little white space next to him until it actually says HTML accessibility right there. So we have selected that whole guy. And what it does now is it highlights that specific part of our page right over here. So in all this gibberish, it goes, hey, that thing you're pointing to, it's right here. And look at what we have here. We have iframe. That's an embed code. So I'm going to replace that. I'm going to right click and edit as HTML, and it gives me a box of just that embed code. Now remember this embed code that we copied from Google Slides? Exactly. We're going to take this guy and get rid of it, and we're going to paste our new embed code that we got from Google Slides right here into this box. So we kind of rewrote the code. Now to get rid of that black bar on the outside, I'm going to come in here where it says 60,000. Yeah, and I'm going to click right behind the 0 and put an ampersand, RM equals minimal. RM equals minimal. I'll highlight so you can see this and put me on pause. Ampersand, RM equals minimal. We're going to click outside the box. We're going to close this box. And you will see that this has gotten rid of the play bar and it's made this thing large and in charge here. I'm going to now finish posting this by clicking this, clicking the bell, turning into an announcement, and then clicking post. It'll take a few seconds and you'll see my announcement pops right up. Now, what's cool about this is on your slideshow back here, anything that's a hyperlink, like right here, this is a hyperlink to Miss Jensen's email, and this is a hyperlink to her Google Drive, so kids can click it. Any of those links are going to be links here too. So notice my arrow turns into a finger because they're still live links. Kids could click here. So this is how your dashboard, this is how your Bitmoji Classroom works. All those links are still live. However, here I think is the coolest part about this. So let's say Miss Jensen uses this for her daily objectives. Well, tomorrow's a new day. So Miss Jensen is going to put a whole new slide at the top here tomorrow. So I'm going to take her slide and I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to put a brand new slide at the top, and it's not going to be Friday. Now it's going to be Monday. And I'm right here in Google Slides, and I can change this whole thing. I can change all these things here. I'm going to keep her slide at the top, and watch what happens when I come back to Schoology and refresh my page. When I refresh the page, it updates to that current slide. Now, if you're using a Bitmoji Classroom, which is usually only one slide, you're good to go. In Miss Jensen's case here, she has a whole slideshow. She has one for each day. So I could technically click this and go to the previous day and the previous day and the previous day. That might be cool for kids who are absent. If I need to get back to the original slide, I just backspace till I get back to the original slide. But this is the slide that's going to show up in her classroom. All right, I know that was a lot. Feel free to put me on pause and go back and watch any part of this. This is kind of a complex thing, but I wanted to make a video for it. So let's finish with this right here. Steps at a glance. Remember, we're going to make our Bitmoji Classroom dashboard landing page first in Google Slides. That way we can change it in Google Slides. We're going to embed that into Schoology Update, but we're not going to post yet. And remember the trick I showed you to make import embed show up. So we're going to import embed. Now we're going to open our slides, pull up publish to the web, and get a copy of that embed code. We're going to go back to Schoology. Remember, this is the crazy part. We're going to right click to inspect, see all that HTML code, and we're going to replace that iframe part. And you can go back into my video to watch. We're going to replace that embed code with the one we copied from Google Slides. We're going to locate that 6,000 in there. It said 6,000 followed by some quotes. And we're going to insert ampersand RM equals minimal directly after it. We're going to click off of it. We're going to make that whole announcement, make that thing an announcement by clicking the bell. We're going to post it to our Schoology page, and it's going to show up at the top of our class. Any changes we want to make in Google Slides, we simply go back to Schoology and refresh, and those will be made. I know there's a lot to this. I know it's longer than 5 minutes, and I promise to be 5 minutes on Schoology tools usually. But this is kind of a complex, odd, weird sort of skill to learn. But it's something that a lot of people have asked about and can be useful for your Bitmoji Classroom, for your dashboard, for a Fontes Pinel landing page, or for your daily objective. Have fun trying it out.